So anyway, yes, DanV versus Eric ICX. I am super excited. Looks like the robot is working again, so let us go ahead and get this underway. Faster Masters May 2023 semifinal number 2, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Thanks for the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. K9 watching Tetris. For those of you watching on YouTube, and maybe this is your first one, Faster Masters is a format where we start on level 19. We go for 19 speed for 100 lines instead of the 140 that a customary 19 start would have. And then we get to level 29 speed, another speed change, and another speed change. The super kill screen, level 39. Games go by quick. Now, because of some limitations to the training cartridge we're using, can't do same piece sets, but that kind of adds to the fun a little bit. vandweller going dirty, getting the Tetris 79,000 here on level 21. So no same piece sets, and we're going to go best of 7. The rest of the previous matches in the tournament, best of 5, but here in the semis and finals, we will do best of 7, just to make it a little more fair. Eric 162, here's a Tetris 190, 122 for DanVweller. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from Harold. Thank you so much, Harold. All right, Eric there, trying to clear out that right side. Both players rolling. You know what rolling is, right? You drum your fingers on the back of the controller, which causes your controller to rumble in a very controlled way. And you can use that to drive the D-pad into your rigid finger or thumb to move the pieces a lot faster on the board than you would otherwise be able to do, just playing the normal way that the game was intended. Kind of an evolution from hyper tapping, if you've heard of that. If you haven't, I'm not going to explain it. Look it up. So Eric has a misdrop here. And that left side, really a problem. Eric going to top out at 285. DanV good for game number 1. So you can go ahead and top out DanV. You are good. All right, both players are ready. The bot is working. Let's get these players started in game 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh no, the dot is at the top. K9 watching Tetris does not like that. And will get very vocal and upset. Say, listen, Vandy, we need to have a talk, okay? These dots need to start at the bottom. Harold, 3, 2, 1 countdown bits, thank you. All right, DanVweller starting off with kind of a jank. I was going to say a jank ass board. Can I say that? Does that make that, does that make this PG-13? I don't know. Is that PG? Eric is in trouble. Eric's going to early top out here, just 8 lines in. And DanV gets gifted game 2. People asking, what was in that ramen, Eric? It's Dan 2, Eric 0. Here in game 3, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Faster Masters. It's kind of psyching these folks out. It's psyching them out. I mean, I like it. I get somewhere to be at 7 o'clock. It's 5:12 now, so I'm into it. All right, Tetris for DanV, 48,000. And, you know, it was DanV who really started off that game, too, with a really janky board. But Eric just kind of, I didn't even really see how that developed on Eric's side because the stack looked fine the whole way. But, you know, looking back, it kind of looks like he just kind of went too high, hung one thing, and then kind of spiraled from there. That's what it looked like just from observing the board. But I don't know. I missed it. I'll have to go back and watch. Yeah, I'm not going to. 112 from Eric, 177 for... No, I watch all the time. I do watch, you know, the streams. Like, I enjoy watching it back, and I'm like, man, I like that guy. Who's that announcer? He's pretty good. I like him. Unpopular opinion, but I like him. All right, 148, Eric, 264 for DanV. Eric trying to bring this down. Oh, that long bar to the left for Eric. Can open up that right side and does, and gets a long bar down. Almost another tragedy there for Eric. There you go. Going to spin that T to keep that well open for that long bar. Didn't have to take the burn. All right, Eric waiting on the bar. For a half second, I almost reverted to my Boston accent. I had to catch myself. I don't avoid it on purpose, but sometimes it comes back, and I don't really have an explanation for that. Like, Eric's waiting for the bar, the long bar, you know. 287 for Eric, 402 for DanVeller. Tetris for DanV, 437. Ahead by about 140,000 points over Eric. Eric going to get that Tetris column 7. Another Tetris DanV. So maintaining that 140,000 point lead. Oh, Professor L, we should do a just a Boston accent stream. I'm into it. So you can get on there. Well, we'll go up to Manchester, up 495. We'll go to Dunkin' Donuts. We'll get some Dunkin' Donuts. We'll wait for long bars. 569 for DanV, 437 for Eric ICX. Nikki says, holy crap, you're good at it, Vandy. Well, most people are not. You know, I lived it. I spoke it up until the age of 12. Eric in trouble. Board not great. Eric going to top out 447. DanV takes a commanding 3-0 lead over the reigning world champ. All right, DanVeller is up 3-0 over the world champion, Eric ICX. Let's go ahead and get this underway. Here we go. 3-1 Tetris. Mine's like a 6. You're totally wrong. Totally wrong. Did a 10. All right, maybe it's a 9. But I got rid of it when I was, I don't know, about 12. I decided I want to be in broadcasting, and nobody really talked with that accent, so I kind of trained it out of myself. But once in a while, it slips back in. If I ever go back there, it does come back. I mean, I lived there longer than you've been alive, though. So I know. $132, Eric ICX, 98,000 for DanV. DanV up 3 games to none. I should put the O on Eric's side because that's how many games have been won. All right, there we go. Eric, good clean stack. Tetrising. Both players Tetrising roughly the same time. Oh, true. Eric trying to do an impression of the Boston Celtics, right? Going down 3 games to none. Or the 2004 Red Sox in the ALCS. All right, 280 DanV trying to close this gap and is doing so. Eric, though, Tetris 322. Tetris, Eric 358, rolling that long bar over to the right with some panache, right? All right, Tetris, Eric 390, setting up long bar, column 9, gets another one. Tetris 422. It is best of 7. That's why there's that weird O over there, because I forgot to make a slot for the 4th point. 491, Eric. Tetris, DanV. DanV stay, keeping that, just keeping pace with Eric right now. DanV into 28. There's only a few people in Tetris history who have come down to reverse sweep in a 7-game match. And your boy Vandy is one of them. Actually, the first one. 499 for DanVweller, 550 for Eric into 29. So DanV down by, gets a Tetris here against Boxy. That is correct. I mean, I didn't win it so much as Boxy lost it. In all truth right there. 552 for DanV, 581 Eric. Eric kind of singling, doubling, trying to bring this down. DanV trying to wait. Oh, gets those pieces to the left. Gets that Tetris to the right. And another Tetris. DanV into the lead now. And another Tetris. DanV 677. So just like that, DanV comes roaring into the lead. Now Eric's starting to set up for Tetris. Gets one 653. We're about 50 lines away from the level 39 super kill screen. Dan ahead by about 23,000 points. Give or take. Game goes fast. I'm not always going to get that right. All right, Eric trying to set up for one. Is set up for one. Gets a long bar over for the Tetris 733, but DanV has a Tetris as well. The board breaking down for DanV, 767 top out, and Eric gets a Tetris to overtake DanV and seal the game for victory. So DanV now up 3 games to 1. Eric in a salvage game here. Stay in the tournament. By TGM2, June 1st, 20. All right, both players ready. Let's go. Game 5, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Here, let me fix that DanV O right there. I'll make it a little reasonable, more reasonable looking. And there we go. All right, DanV already with a misdrop here, kind of waiting out this bar. And just all kinds of mess happening here on DanV's board. Gets a square to the left. Gonna bring this down bit by bit, concentrating. And there we go. DanV, free, clear, open, and Tetris is no perfect clear, but close. 63,000 DanV, 84,000 for Eric ICX. I know, I can't believe I said janky ass board in a that's not something that comes out of my mouth. Like I don't append that word to other words all the time. It just happened. I don't know why. All right, DanV trying to bring this down before finding a long bar to bring over to. Oh no, he's going to bring that J to the left. Open on the right side for the Tetris and gets a double. So back to safety, DanV, and actually set up for a dirty Tetris. Gets the bar for the dirty Tetris. 130 for DanV, 154. Now 183 for Eric. Long bar left for Eric. Not exactly how he wanted that to go, but gonna burn that away. No problem. See what Eric does here. He's just gonna try to burn this away. Transfer that well where it belongs. That long bar, used it in column 8. Did not take the burn. Good. There's a lot of extra. There's a Tetris for Eric. 232, 233 DanV. So we are neck and neck. Eric set up for the dirty Tetris, column 4, 2 rows up, and gets it. 273. DanV in the lead. Wants to win this one now. Has the world champ on the ropes. That is a boxing metaphor. The ropes. Because I'm such a boxing fan that I feel free to use metaphors from it. Long bar down for Eric. 354 here on 28. Tetris DanV 447. There's one Eric 428 into 29. Tetris for DanV 483 into 29. So about a 50,000 point lead. DanV, there's a Tetris. Oh wow, DanV gonna get that tuck of the T and the immediate long bar for the Tetris 556. Eric was setting up center well, but it didn't come, so just burns it back down. DanV gonna bring this stack down. All right, setting up for the Tetris DanV 574. Long bar over for the Tetris 614, about 125,000 point lead over Eric. Eric's left side has to snake some pieces over that. DanV still clean and Tetrising 661. Eric gonna top out at 498 on level 31. And DanV is going to win and make it to the finals. If you want to mullen this out, go right ahead. That's up to you. But you have won, and Eric is just putting various Tetris branded items into the field of view. So GG's to you, Eric. Hope to see you again. But Eric going offline. We're going to see DanV mulling this out. I don't know if 1.3 is on the table, but I mean, if you can Tetris out from here, and I don't know. I mean, Tetris is here worth like 45, 46, 47,000. So not, I don't know. I don't think so. We have to get 400,000. So that would be 10 Tetrises. And so that's not enough runway for that, especially with this board. But there you go. DanV, very happy. The most excited a British person has ever been. But we got to do something with that O. We'll just make a big O with it, I guess. And Dan says, oh, wow, I won. Oh, wow, I won. There you go. Dancing O.
Hey, everybody. This is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. And I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.